So, this is Jas
and Sher,
and you're listening to Giving Up the Ghost podcast.
And here we are,
once again, reunited, and it feels so good.
How many times do you think we've sang that song?
Oh shit! Enough for copyright to come to knocking at the door.
They'd be like, hey, enough with that, you guys.
Quit that.
We're
shit.
keeping the song alive, okay?
That's right. I don't even know who sings it. Like that's 70s, right?
That's pretty bad, eh?
Why did it feel so good? Like Peaches and Herb or something like that?
Peaches and
That's the first 70s duo
God,
I could think of.
Funny.
Or Melissa, not Etheridge, the other chick. I don't know.
That's the first name that popped in my head too when you said Melissa Etheridge.
Yeah, no, there was another one. I can't remember the last name.
Earth, Wind and Fire.
I was just a child back then.
Child.
James Ingram and I don't know.
Oh man, you're like way going.
Yeah, I would love to do an 80s trivia night. I'd nail it. If it wasn't for this menopause blank shit.
Oh, women are screwed that way, eh?
You know?
You get pregnancy brain, then you get menopause brain. And none of them, they don't always come back, you know that?
What?
They don't always, I've been reading things, even
shit.
Pregnancy brain too.
Yeah.
Sometimes people never regain their
And did you have
power.
to read that article again because you forgot?
Yeah, I know. I was like, I don't remember how long it took for
What
the
did
most
I
part.
just read?
Yeah. That's bad, eh?
It's so bad.
That's shitty.
But, yeah, like 80s trivia, like I used to be spot on. Like I'm still for some things. Like some things will just pop in my head. I'm like, ooh, where did I get that
yeah,
from?
you have like a massive flash of,
I had
like a flash of lightning, eh?
Yeah, like the TV was my babysitter when I was a kid, I tell you. Like seriously, that's all I did was just...
In the 80s? I don't know, it wasn't fun very much.
Well, 70s,
yeah.
Early 80s.
Yeah.
Because then, you know, booze kind of took over.
Yeah.
So,
well,
that
that was...
partying and whatever else.
Youngness.
It happens.
I know.
What else was there to do? That's right.
Run around. We used to run around at
there was no
2
internet.
in the morning.
There was no internet. There was no cell phones.
Smartphones.
That's right.
Thank God.
You had to go
that.
look for fun. You light shit on fire and draw on walls and stuff.
God.
You know? I mean, not me, just people I know.
Yeah. Terrible.
You actually go knock on somebody's door to call on them. Didn't know the
that
kid's
was
phone
weird,
number.
Yeah.
Right? Just knock on a door. And I go, can Kevin come out to play? Or just
or someone scratching on the window at night.
Oh, yeah, well, you know.
Yeah,
can't talk about that. Anyway, so we are here once again, and we are here to present you with a Ramblesode because we love Ramblesodes.
We do.
Truly, we do.
They're cool.
We just want to know shit. Like, you know, we know everything about nothing and nothing about everything, so we got to learn.
We got to learn.
I got to get some learning done.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what are we doing tonight, Cher?
This one is Legends of the Northern Lights because
beautiful.
It is Aurora season. It seems like anyway.
It is the time.
We got a bunch of. Actually, this is like the sun is on its peak. Yeah. Is it next year it peaks? I don't know, but we're supposed to have like a shitload of Aurora. So hey.
Well, and you know, not to be a conspiracy theorist and shit like that, but there's a lot of stuff going down. They say about April 8th, right? They've got these solar flares, and coupled with the solar eclipse, but. Solar eclipse won't really affect Winnipeg.
Yeah, no.
It's more, it's like a strip
Texas,
across from Texas going up into like Quebec or something.
Newfoundlandia, I thought more. Yeah. So, I don't know. Anyway. But nothing happened when we were in our 1970?
No, nothing.
Was it 70? 79? Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't explode.
No, we were still here. That's right.
My eyes didn't bust out of my head or anything.
Well, they say solar flares will happen at around the same time. I don't know how they know these because that's so random. And then it's going to knock out the grid and cell phones.
Well, you know what? The grid has been knocked out once before.
Yeah.
Very small. I can't remember the name of the town, but it did. It knocked out like frickin' the Morse code machine or whatever it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sorry, no more for you. Kilogram is down. Yeah, which would be kind of cool.
But, like, I mean, I'm okay as long as it happened after furnace season. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I don't like my pipes freezing in my house, frankly.
No.
You know.
Middle of summer, who gives
shit? Oh, yeah, who gives shit? You know, I could use a break.
Yeah. Take us all offline for
take me offline.
I wonder how long it would take to get everyone back on.
Not long.
Probably not.
With technology and stuff, right?
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
There's about 80 billion satellites up there anyway from Mr. Musk. And
if you haven't, it's quite frightening. Google what the Earth actually looks like with the satellites.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Oh, it's scary.
I know.
It's so bad.
Well, the thing of it is, people go, well, how come you can't see when they take pictures? They're little. They're like cars up there, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're small.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to see them up there, but
yeah.
Can you imagine trying to launch another one up there?
Yeah, but the sad part is these companies, these giant tech companies that launch these for other companies and stuff for communication and that, once those become defunct, they're just space junk. They just stay up there floating. They don't take care of them.
And if they ever run out of energy, they will eventually, I think, get sucked back into Earth. But hopefully most of them burn up.
Let's not
remember
find
Space Lab?
Yeah, that's right.
That crap.
That landed in the ocean in Australia or
somewhere.
Australia?
Yeah, burning up.
Burn,
bitch, burn.
Burn in love. Baby. We still have to have him on.
Elvis?
Adam T. Elvis, yes. He has a story for us.
Okay.
No.
Me up for it.
We're not using the...
We know where he lives, actually.
We're not contacting Elvis. No. We don't do that here. We'll leave that up to Ashley and Kelly.
Yeah, I know. No, I thought you maybe it was like a glitch somewhere.
No.
Just go meet him.
Well, we've derailed the train off the tracks again.
Sorry
about that to our haters.
Started with Aurora.
We hate that for our haters who listen to us anyway but complain we talk too much, so whatever.
Fuck, how can you... It's a podcast. What are you supposed to do?
What do you want? It's like we like each other. It's not like we hate each other and go straight for the business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love her. I love my pod partner.
her too.
She's my pod partner.
We're going to chat.
Anyway, so and on that note, I guess we'll get right into it, hey?
Okay, dive in. Go for it.
You want me
to start this time?
Yours goes first?
Yeah, yours goes first. That's fine.
All right, and since I've got my borrowed specs on.
Zoom that shit in.
Whoa! Yeah, anyway. So the northern lights are caused by particles, electrons, and protons blasting out from the sum of all directions and colliding with the Earth's atmosphere. Kaboom! But that's just one piece of the story. Even scientists admit that there's still unanswered questions about the Aurora Borealis. Aurora Borealis? There we go. Across the north, where the phenomenon is most widely seen, there are legends and beliefs about the northern lights that may defy reason but go back generations. And here are just a few of those stories. All right. So the first one is The Visitor, or A Visitor. Dene Elder Jonas Anton says that he had an experience with the northern lights that had left him odd. Like not odd, O-D-D, but A-W-E-D.
Yeah.
Like awestruck. Yes. It happened several years ago on the Horn Plateau, a prominent landform in the Northwest Territories' South Slave region, known for its abundance of fish and great hunting and trapping. Anton, who lives in Fort Simpson, was in his cabin one evening when he saw a bright light. He had a small Coleman lamp burning and knew that the moon and the northern lights were out, but there was no way that they could last that sort of light that he was seeing. So he goes on to say, so I stepped outside and I couldn't believe my eyes. It was like I was shrouded in this bluish, almost like a rainbow type thing, all around me and right onto the lake's surface. There was like a sizzling, like a sifting sand kind of whooshing noise all around me.
Ooh, like electricity.
Maybe, yeah, electricity, right?
Ew.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And then I recall that many, many years ago when I was young and our elders told stories about such things as the northern lights, the sun, the moon, my grandfather told me that if you listen closely, you can hear the northern lights. At that time, my grandfather and I stood outside and listened, and sure enough, we heard this swishing sound, almost like a crackling type of thing, as far as the northern lights were moving, dancing up and down, and they seemed to be so close at that time. And there I was experiencing something that I don't think anybody else has ever experienced before. I was amazed. It was almost like I'm in a spiritual world when this happened to me. I was not scared at all. I felt that I had a visitor, and the visitor is a great power that's beyond us. This kind of awed me. Again, A-W-E-D. Mm-hmm. And to this day, it's one of the many things that I carry with me is that experience.
That would be creepy.
That would be very cool, though.
It would be creepy. It would be creepy, though, wouldn't you think? I feel like it being, like, zapped somewhere.
Well, I would almost like, as long as his hair didn't like stand up.
I know, yeah.
That's the first thing I was thinking when you said, and I'm like, ooh, I'm thinking like electrical, like lightning.
Yes.
Right?
You see those people where they're like up on a mountain and all of a sudden
and they think, oh, cool. And it's like, no, not cool.
No, stop, drop, and roll.
That's
now.
right. Yeah. Get down.
Get down before like something just...
Get down. Get down with your bad self.
Yeah, no shit, because otherwise you're screwed, man. Oh, this is lovely. Yours is so nice and pretty.
Oh, no.
They'll come down and chop your head off.
Holy shit.
Holy shit balls. Yay. It says, Wayne Bloomfield has been listening for that crackling for years. I have a fascination with the Northern Lights, he said. Bloomfield is a photographer from Makivik, Newfoundland, and have shot the Northern Lights from Nunavut to Nunavik, Labrador to Antarctica. He's heard the folklore and stories and remembers the fear of the lights when he was growing up. Growing up as kids, there's a game that we used to play where we would all go outside to whistle to the Northern Lights.
Ooh, never whistle outside.
And whistling makes them dance. But if they're down too low, you know, our parents would always tell us they'll come down and chop your head off.
Oh my God.
Oh!
Can you imagine that to keep your kids in line?
That's terrible.
That's like my dad
tortured kids all the time.
That's like my dad would tell me when I was like really little. Don't be outside because the boogeyman will come and get you. Because him and his buddies were going off smoking pot outside. I figured that out later.
You should say, I smelled them.
Yeah.
That would have been even better. Can you smell them? I can smell them.
I smell the boogeyman.
Totally. You would have been like, I don't know, like a shock, man.
God.
Said we would play a game where we'd all go out, 10, 15 of us, and just start whistling. And whoever stayed out the longest would be the bravest and win the challenge. Fucking kids are so dumb, eh?
I know.
I know, eh? We truly believe that because, you know, when you whistle, they really do come down. This is something your parents and your grandparents told you, so of course you believe them.
Of course.
Other parts of the North, they believed that you could inhale the Northern Lights and they would kill you.
Oh my God.
God! Some people say it's the spirits of children who were stillborn. Oh my God! That's terrible! Said if you go back to Viking days when they thought it was the manifestation of their gods, if they came down too low in other areas, they were like omens. They were spirits from past elders who were trying to reach you. Or they were bad spirits. So they would take you.
But they're so pretty.
I know, yeah.
How could they be bad?
True.
How could they be bad?
How could they be bad?
Yeah.
Where am I? I've lost my thing. I've always tried to listen to the crackle that they say you can hear. The myth of the crackling Northern Lights. You can hear legends about it. What is it? I have never ever witnessed it. They say it's the spirits that are trying to communicate with you. Different legends about how Inuit are playing a game of kicking a walrus skull around, and the crackling is when they're running across the real cold frozen snow. That's what the crackling sound is.
Oh shit.
So they're so special and unique, just the way they move across the sky. Just cover, light up the sky. Just cover and light up the sky. It's an absolutely amazing phenomena. Ooh, neat. Kicking a whale head around.
Control, eh? Like, talk about trying to, like, control the masses. It's a beautiful thing. Just leave it alone.
It's a beautiful thing. Don't inhale the fucking lights, because
like,
they'll kill you.
I mean, there's good and bad in the world and stuff like that. Let's just, like, leave some stuff nice, you know?
But what? There must be a reason. There must be a reason that they have those kinds of legends. Well, like, whatever. I mean, I understand we're afraid of things we don't know. We don't understand,
Fear
right?
the unknown.
So, so we have to make up, like, the worst, most, terrible thing.
But when you say it to the kids, you're saying it for control is what it is.
Oh,
right?
sure. Because, look at how many stories are about some badass... If you do this, the boogeyman will eat your ass.
So that's to keep them safe. But then fear the unknown, right? Like, you know. I saw a good TikTok the other day. Sorry, I'm derailing the train again. What was it this morning? No, I don't know. Anyway, they revealed some painting somewhere in Italy or something, and it was like a huge ass painting, like the kind where they. It was funny because I don't know if it was a cathedral or some kind of church. It had to have been, you know. And this painting was massive. It was like about 20 feet up on the wall. Yep. It was. I want to say
30 feet wide kind of thing.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
You know, huge ass.
Yeah.
But somehow they figured out how to put a pole into one side to swing it. It was actually on a hinge that they never realized. Yeah, no, I shit you not. And they were able to rotate because they
didn't know there wasn't mice or some shit back there or what?
Well, no, but I guess because it was so high up, right? And then I guess when they took a closer look at it, or maybe they're cleaning it. I don't know. They're like, oh, it actually swings out. When they swung it out, there was an equally large painting behind it that depicted dragons and shit, right? From around the same. So then this guy, I do have it on my TikTok. I'll have to find, and I bookmarked it for us. They're like, what are they hiding from us? But this goes back to us saying on many, many episodes years ago, probably Ramblesode or shit like that, where we state and we find, how else do people know about dragons and fairies and all this shit? And where did they get all these pictures depicted in paintings and stuff, even if they did not really exist at some point?
I know.
And that's what this guy, but this is what this guy was trying to theorize, right? Like, why would they be painting about that back then around the same time? This is like 14th century, right?
Yeah.
So
I know.
It's like they're trying to cover up.
It's like how many you'd think. Well, I guess there is pictures of it. I mean, which place has got like a unicorn as part of their coat of arms?
Right. Yes, that's.
Isn't that weird?
Yukon Jack, isn't it? Isn't it? You can't.
No, I can't remember now.
Yeah,
Sweden? Is it Sweden?
No, I think it's the Britons.
No, do they have a unicorn? Hang on, unicorn. Coat of arms. Coat of arms. The lion and unicorn. Yeah, they are the UK.
Yeah.
But there is someone that is their national animal though too.
Yeah, right.
Unicorn national.
I mean, you've got so many animals with horns if you think about it, right?
It's Scotland. It's Scotland.
Scotland
has a unicorn. Unicorn.
Jackie Stewart, race car driver. Anyway,
that's weird.
But like,
it is weird that there is things like that though. Like, why the fuck would they? How long ago did they make these things?
Yeah.
Coat of arms are ancient shit. Like, I mean,
and I'm not saying people through generations and centuries ago didn't have imagination, but
yeah, I know.
But you know, can you imagine they just randomly draw something with unicorn, witch, right?
Exactly.
It's like, what the fuck's going in your head? That's not normal.
Yeah, no shit.
30 lashes, you know?
Oh my God, Christ's sake! You couldn't even say that the Earth was fucking around then because they would kill you. You're going to draw a fucking unicorn. You're going to draw a unicorn, they would definitely put you to death.
Well, this is what I'm saying, right? Like, that kind of stuff.
I don't know. I don't get it. That is fucking weird, eh?
Anyway, so
anyway.
Again, choo-choo.
Choo-choo. Yeah,
anyway.
very good. Choo-choo.
As I was choo-chooing. So next one is bad luck.
Oh, yes.
So it says here, Sharon Shorty still heeds her grandmother's advice when it comes to the Northern Lights. Shorty, a Yukon storyteller and comedian who is of... how do you say this? Not pronounced the T. T-L-I-N-G-I-T. Lingit. Northern Tutkon and Norwegian ancestry remembers her childhood walking around Teslin, Yukon in the winter.
Give you all the fucking hard words.
Yeah. It's not my regular stutter. I just want to clarify. In the winter under the Northern Lights with her grandmother, Carrie Jackson. Oh, I'm related to Jackson, so I wonder if we're related. Sister.
There you go.
I could see all the ribbons in the air. Grandma would tell me, shh, don't look. Bad luck, no good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then it says, and it was the Northern Lights. And I was like, why can't I look? They're so beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not supposed to ask questions like, why are things like that? But she did say that it's bad luck because they're spirits. And I've heard that too, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whistling. Oh, you're not supposed to whistle to them. Anyway.
Yeah, that's bad.
So when and then whistling in general in a forest and shit like that, right? Especially Appalachian Mountains. You ever see those videos? Appalachian? Oh, I don't know what's going on there. Anyway.
So, you never know what's going on.
No, I don't know. So when we're looking up at them, we're actually looking at spirits. There's people who have passed on in a bad way or in a hard way. So that could mean a suicide or it could be a murder or something in a bad way.
Why does it have to be a bad way?
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Like, anyway.
Yeah.
Huh. So that's what Lingit people believe in. And I think other nations believe that as well. Sometimes when you look up, and sometimes it almost looks like a circle. And to me, it looks like people are holding hands. And it looks like they were dancing in a circle. And we all say that that's our ancestors. And so those ancestors, because they died in a hard, bad way, their spirits get lonely and they want company. They want to take somebody from the earth to come with them.
Lovely.
So join us. So that they could come down and take you if you look at them or you draw attention. And that's why they say never whistle at them.
Okay.
You're not supposed to draw attention because they will find you. And that's what Grandma told me, and I'm not going to argue with Grandma. She's the boss. That's right. Listen to your elders.
No.
Damn it.
Oh, Jesus. Why is that always have to be bad? Why can't it have been... So they've passed and they're looking... Look at them. They'll dance for you.
Why do they have to need to take people?
Yeah, and why is it bad?
I don't know.
Why is it bad way?
It makes me sad a little bit, eh?
Yeah.
Especially for little kids.
It's a beautiful, gorgeous thing. You can't look at it.
That's right.
Because they're afraid of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. The fear. Because it's
That's
unknown.
Right.
Yeah,
I know.
Pretty much, yes.
Ew.
All right.
That was his power.
Dun, dun, dun.
It says Morris Nell's grandfather told him the Northern Lights gave him a gift, like medicine power. Ooh. Yeah. Nahel from DeLine, Northwest Territories, remembers well the story of his grandfather Joe Kennedy's kerchief, which he wore around his neck every day. Kenny died in the 1970s, but the magical tale about what happened to that kerchief decades ago lives on. My grandfather, he has a gift, like medicine power. With the Northern Lights, that was his power. He had a yellow-red kerchief that he used to have tied around his neck all the time, and he always wore it, even though it was dirty. One day my grandmother told him, "Joe, your kerchief is all dirty. You should just change it. Throw that one away. I just bought you 2 brand new ones." He said, "Why do you call my kerchief dirty? It's not dirty. Just watch me." What he did, he took off his kerchief. Back then you had a wood stove. So he opened the stove, and the silk kerchief he took off and threw it into the fire. And it kind of sparkled really bright. Then he took it out again, and it was just like brand new. And he said, "That's my power. You don't tell me my kerchief is dirty." He said that's like his gift. He knew how to handle himself. When he was around, he had a little log house that was his family's, and he said that the Northern Lights kind of circled around his house, which protects him from intruders coming in. Mm-hmm. Sometimes back then, we used to have really bright Northern Lights just cover the whole sky. He would warn us not to make too much noise because the sound of the bells on a dog team would attract the Northern Lights to come closer, and then you could actually hear it hissing and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. It was scary back then. We really didn't know how to deal with it, but the elders, like my grandfather, knew how to handle it. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other stories.
Right.
Well, that's it. That's the end.
That's the end.
Damn it, I was waiting for more.
But let's throw this out to people that are listening. If you are of First Nations origins or just anything that, you have like some sort of legend in your family or in your culture.
Family stories.
Yeah. If you want to share that with us as far as what your concept or understanding of what the Northern Lights is or is not, definitely get a hold of us at givinguptheghostpodcast@gmail.com.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
so
really cool.
I love Northern Lights.
So do I.
I'm enthralled with them. I'm enthralled with lightning bugs.
Oh, yeah.
I'm enthralled.
Chemical ass little bugs.
Shake that ass.
Yeah, I know.
I'm enthralled with anything
I want to hear more about
pretty.
his medicine power that he got from the Northern Lights. Like, I'm cheesed off. I want more.
Bloody hell.
I want more.
I want more. Maybe we'll find more. Maybe
we'll
see,
like, that's crappy, too. That, like, look at even the dogs. Even the bells from the dog team.
Yeah.
It's like everything. It's like, I don't know what they are. Mush!
Yeah.
And away they go, right?
But the whistling is the thing.
The whistling, Who's going to go out and whistle in the middle of the fucking forest anyway?
Like,
mind you, though, when you're hunting and stuff, they tell you to whistle when you're walking in the woods. To keep the bears away.
Right. Or even to notify other hunters. Because, I mean...
So I'm like, okay, so...
No. I'm going to quickly try and find... Now that I got the power. I'm on the Wi-Fi. I got the Wi-Fi. Because I just bookmarked that this morning, and I'm just going to find it again. What was this one? I think
the fact that this was discovered hiding under a painting during a renovation of a cathedral in Naples says it all.
Naples. See, look.
Another sloppy cover-up.
Look at that.
Of our true past.
How do you hide that shit?
Weird.
I think they tried to cover up giants and dragons.
Yep.
That is so weird.
And a lot of other creatures. Yet they did such a sloppy job, they just ended up calling them mythical creatures. But isn't it odd? The Chinese zodiac has all real creatures but one. And the fact that so many of our cultures...
Yeah, there is a dragon in the...
all across our realm share the same depictions of dragons.
Yeah.
Much like they do
because how would they know from one country to another around the world?
I know. I've seen lots of things about other things, other people that are very similar, from like Mayans to whatever. Yeah. Interesting.
I mean, whether you believe it or not, but it makes a lot of sense.
I know. Yes.
Yeah.
The dragon concept. I'm trying to. Well, think about dinosaurs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's think about dinosaurs that were reptiles that had giant frills on their neck, or maybe there was something left behind. Maybe they assumed they were wings and they couldn't fly, but maybe they had these big frills or something. Who knows?
Right.
We don't know. We have no clue.
Right.
It's not like they're going to keep them around and put them in formaldehyde for us to find. No. They would have burnt the buggers.
I know.
You know what I mean?
And they would have disintegrated and all that kind of stuff. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Just because sometimes
neat, though.
Sometimes when they find, let's just say, bones and stuff of dinosaurs or whatever, right? I mean, it all depends on conditions and soil conditions. And
extremely rare for a fossil to be made.
Right.
So many things have to happen.
Right.
Perfectly
so, I mean,
for it to...
You know, for what you do find or what they do find, I mean, that's rare. It's not everything dies and exists as far as like a skeleton. Like, I mean, things disintegrate and fall apart and break.
Yeah.
So
you have to die if you're a dinosaur. You have to die close to the water.
Yeah.
You have to be buried by mud right away.
Right.
And then you have to stay there undisturbed so that so oxygen can't decompose you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's like what? How many out of how many that happens, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I know, that's crazy.
I hear that.
No.
So I guess that ends our episode for this Ramblesode of legends and I guess what would you call it of the Northern Lights? Just
there's Norse. There's Norse mythology about Northern Lights as well.
Pronunciation. Maybe we'll save that for another episode, I think.
Yeah.
You know, I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
But again, coming up, Spirits with Spirits, May 30th.
Spirits with Spirits, Booze with Booze.
Essentially, you get to drink while we talk about ghosts. So how cool is that?
And they can talk about ghosts as well.
And you got a story, you better tell us.
Yeah.
You better come up and share your story.
We're here for the booze.
That's right. We're just here for the booze. Yeah. We've partnered with Ravens and Books. We've partnered with our favorite girls. Well, I shouldn't say girls. I mean, the Winnipeg Paranormal.
Why do we call them girls? I know.
Well, because usually it's just Kelly and Ashley we deal with.
I know.
But they have more than just them. But love them to pieces. Anyway, so the three of us brainstormed. Chelsea from Ravens and Books actually kind of pushed us in this direction and was meant to be. No, she did, because I just thought the open night mic would be at her store, and then she got Little Brown Jug.
No, let's do this instead.
Hell no.
Bigger and better.
Bigger, better, stronger. So it'll be really nice. Probably going to go down to Little Brown Jug just to scout it out ahead of time, just to approximate how many seating area and stuff, you know. Like, I mean, I don't know. People have expressed interest. We'll see who shows up, right? Gavin's going to be there, right, Gavin? We'll save you a seat. Yes? Okay, great. Perfect. Thank you. But last week when we were at the Mystic Medium and...
The MMMs?
The market. Mystic Mediums and Mindfulness Market. I didn't have the posters in time, so... let's say I just put the word out there. Anybody that showed some interest in the podcast and what we do and stuff, it says, by the way, if you have a story, come on down.
Just don't be one of them.
And we might have some prizes and swag shit.
I saw a really cute thing the other day. It was Adopt a Ghost.
Oh no,
really? In a little box. It's
a little
so cute. It's an Adopt a Ghost.
Oh my god. So cute.
You can make them.
Yeah. We're going to have merch there. Winnipeg Paranormal is going to have merch there, and so will Chelsea from Ravens and Books. She'll have some creepy cool books there. So
that's nice.
Little Brown Books will allow us to do that. Thank you. Kudos to Jensen from Little Brown Jug. Little Brown Books. If Ravens and Books and Little Brown Jug had a baby, it would be Little Brown Books.
Raven Jug.
So come on down, May 30th. I think that's it for the announcements and stuff. I know things are slipped my mind.
I announced that this is good
taco
stuff.
Yeah, we're eating dip again, of course.
Of course.
Booze. So, but
cheese, bacon, booze.
Oh, love it. Good combo.
Yeah.
It's like the trifecta, really. It is.
Trifecta of goodness.
For sure. Right. So on that note, thank you for listening once again. Thank you for everybody who's reached out to us. You guys are more than kind. We love you back, really.
Yeah.
It's just like ghost love. Mwah! We can be found everywhere
and anywhere.
Anywhere and everywhere. Podcasts, 30 platforms
just
or
Google
something.
Our shit and they're there.
Google our shit.
Yeah.
And there is our shit. So, where do they find us, Sher? Do it. You can do it this time.
Givinguptheghostpodcast@gmail.com.
Excellent.
Yay.
And you did it. Good job. Good job. some things never fade. Anyway, but remember to live every day like it is your last.
But never give up the ghost.
Never give up the ghost. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that.